things are made new. Heaven is calling for us to go higher and see everything from a new point of view. To be seated with Jesus in heavenly places. From this perspective, all things are made new. Heaven is calling for us to go higher, to see everything from a new point of view. To be seated with Jesus in heavenly places. From this perspective, all things are made new. Heaven is calling for us to come higher and see everything from a new point of view. To be seated with Jesus in heavenly places. And from this perspective, all things are made new. Something's moving, something's changing. See His glory, feels like heaven on earth. Something's moving, something's changing. See His glory, feels like heaven on earth. Something's moving, something's changing. See His glory, it feels like heaven on earth. Something's moving, something's changing. See His glory, it feels like heaven on earth. Something's moving, something's changing. Oh, I can see His glory, it feels like heaven on earth. There is lightning and thunder, there's miracles and wonders, the sounds of many waters. There is lightning and thunder, miracles and wonders, the sounds of many waters. Something's moving, something's changing. See His glory, feels like heaven on earth. Something's moving, something's changing. Yeah, you declare it. See His glory, feels like something moving, something's changing. See His glory, feels like heaven on earth. Something's moving, something's changing. Oh, see His glory, feels like heaven on earth. There is lightning and thunder, there's miracles
I'm feeling something right now, and this might take me just a second to get this out, because it's all about perspective. It's all about your ability to see from that place, recognizing that there may be some amongst us that are going, what is this? What am I going through? Why am I not quite feeling this moment to that place? So let me tell you the story of the bald eagle. Y'all know it? So the bald eagle, whenever it's in this place of beginning to move into the place of maturation, and it's in this adolescent stage, it goes through what is known as the molting process. And in this process, you see, of what it's going through, it loses its talons. It loses feathers. Oftentimes, the top or bottom of its beak will fall off. And you see, it begins to think certain things about itself, because it can't fly like it used to. It can't hunt like it used to. It can't eat like it used to. But you know, other bald eagles that have gone through a maturation process, one time, and it's the only time that a bald eagle makes this sound, is when it sees another eagle going through this molting process, and it lets out a sound. It lets out a sound of, you can do it. I don't care that you don't see a beak. I don't care that you don't see talons. I don't care that you don't see the feathers. You see, because this one that went through a place of maturation, what happens is the feathers that grow back can go to higher heights. Its blood oxygen levels, the bone marrow changes and allows it to go higher than it ever could. It allows it to fly above the snake line. Whew. But not just that. You see, it develops a second lens, an eye covering that allows it to go higher than it ever could before. And when it sees this other bald eagle going through this process, it lets out a sound that is not natural to itself, but it's a sound that says, I believe in you. You can do it. I've been there before. Come on. Eat. It will catch salmon and bring it salmon, and the rest of the bald eagles will leave it alone to let this time of maturation take place. I believe there are those that are here that have been through the place of maturation, and there's a sound in you that is required by Yahweh to release, to say to the others, you can do it. I believe in you. Taste and eat. You start singing about perspective. That's a whole new perspective. It's not a looking down upon, it's a calling up. It might be a screech, it might be a squeal, it might be a whatever it may be. When Tina's singing this song, let this begin to happen. And watch the maturation process begin to speak and walk down to generational legacy. Watch it begin to affect the inside of the youth and the young ones. I don't care what you're going through. You can do it. So come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let this
Heaven is calling for you to come higher and see everything from a new point of view, to be seen. become a man of the wind again. Oh, become a man of the wind again. Shake off your weariness. Shake off your weariness. The wind is gonna carry you again. It's gonna carry you again. Oh, so shake off your weariness. Shake off the happiness. The wind will carry you again. Oh, the wind will carry you again. Oh, fresh fire again. Come on, everyone in this room, just lift your hands. The Lord is doing a new thing in some hearts this morning. He's stripping away all the old and preparing you for the new.